So I think that's some of the key points we have to start to look at in the system. But the issue of local content is must be targeted more to the benefit of a larger range of stakeholders. So whether you selling water, say for instance there are issues not just water. Instead of companies involved in the sector importing water, the water should be used to be from local sources. Issue of petroleum, where are you buying your petroleum? There will be all sorts of little things attached to the sector that may not require high-level skills. But there will be high-level skills in our sector such that Liberians will not have the capacity. But over time, so local content has to be structured in such a way that as the sector progresses, it means that Liberians' intervention, will take hold. And that's one of the reasons why we've been talking about local as an oil company. At some point, if they're going to be a producer, then if they got the capacity, do we have to give blocks all our blocks subsequently to be, but they may not have the capacity initially. So do they think it could be holdings in companies? It depends on how much you can invest. Because some of these investments will be so huge that individual libraries will not be able to do that. So most of the intervention on local content will be progressive. Maybe you start with a small service company, maybe cleaning or oil spill, whatever it is. But there are some interventions, even in Nigeria, over time, Nigeria may not have the capacity to structure the kind of local content that we perceive. So local content is not about share taking necessarily. It's more about job allocation, intervention by businesses in the process. Maybe 10% here, but then it can grow over a period of time. It's a whole strategic thinking. I agree that people take advantage of it. I can show you that you expect that there will be a lot of corruption. People will be the fresh shares.
I don't know. Again, it was good to talk about it. I like to go back. And usually when I go back and see situations that are very positive, it is difficult for me to look at it, the positive in the life. What was the idea behind the liberalization policy? To make sure that Liberians are actively engaging in the certain businesses set aside for that, it will increase people's capacity, development, and What's the reality? That's what we need to be asking ourselves. But that was it. Today, let's talk about the local content in the county social development fund. Thomas just talked about it this morning. The local content as a representative, the superintendent, set up their own company and getting contracts. But they are the same people who will put in the guidelines that the contractors, at least they should be from the county. So people formulating policies and laws because they've got an agenda. We cannot ignore that reality. That is a reality. We decide to look at it positively. And when we bring it to the oil sector, let's even take, for example, the very simple, point you made there. Water, delivering water to the rigs. When Chevron, when everybody else start, putting out competitive bids for this for water supply, who's likely going to get a water contract? You can decide that you want to exclude certain people and say, okay, like we're going company or 51% like in the forestry law, for example, we have 51% like real ownership in order to get certain types of contracts. All those contracts, like brown companies got them, right now, like at least people operating, they're all issues. So you build in these things in the law with the assumption that people will abide by them, with the assumption that it will actually translate into benefit for the ordinary people, or for Liberians, and that doesn't happen. All the logging contracts now in this country, all the forest management contracts, even though they were allocated to Liberian companies, they are all in the hands of foreign companies now.
Sure.
Okay. So we have all of them. Now, should Liberians be advocating for higher returns on the value of the oil that lives here, or should we be advocating for overly emphasizing benefits of these spin-off sectors? My argument has always been, let's get more revenue from our oil well that can go into a pot that we all can monitor and we all can advocate for it to be spent properly. And not totally forget, but move away from turning the debate away from higher returns, higher royalties, towards this debate about, oh, we need to be able to supply water, we need to be able to, participate more, we need to be able to do this. It is not a bad idea, but I really don't think that should be the focus.
And so it brings me, you just said exactly what I keep saying in the way we look at things at the Congress. Not questioning him in any way, but just to say, for instance, all the analysis you gave are good analysis, and I like the way you talk about the Liberian how do you call it? The Liberianization policy. We have things on the board doing work. Then what I can say to myself is, now that we have something happening this time, we put in these concession agreements and we put in these things. Given our historical past and what has been happening, take for instance this liberalization policy. How can we make sure that this time around, that's the way I would come. That's the way I would come, because like you're saying, you are reflecting on the past to guide the present. But is the present just going to be hopeless as the past had been hopeless? And if my issue is no, then I'm going to push myself a step forward to say, okay, how do I make sure that this time around, what happened with the liberalization policy where people just nothing really working, will not happen in these years? That's the way I would take it. And you just answered it. You brought another idea to say, I think my perspective is, and that's when I say, that's the way I would look at it. I would look at the past situation and say, because at the end of the day, except we say that we only agreed that our country will never be positive. You understand what I'm saying? Then you live with a mindset of almost not working so hard to change things. Because it's like, it been happening already in the past, it's entrenched, it's formulating itself, and so it will just keep on going on. Basically that's the way basically that's what
But the point I'm making is that let's do it differently. Let's not keep doing it the way we have always done it and expect different results.
Yeah, I agree.
So let's charge higher taxes.
I agree.
Let's go for higher royalties. Let the money go into one pot. Let's look at how that money gets spent. As compared to doing it in the same way we've always done it, that's where, since for me, it's about breaking the past.
So we invite questions from the...
Yeah, I think it's a good debate. I've been listening to the various speakers. It's good to be optimistic, but where the pessimism lies is that are we looking at the positive aspects of things? Are we copying from the good examples of other people? You see, the question is asked in most instances, what is civil society doing? Why are you people talking? Why are you people engaging? Now, Thomas rightly said, our role is advocacy. We don't enforce us. Alright? And it's so critical that you keep telling people, say, this is wrong. It's been wrong before, and it's wrong now. And people are not doing anything. People that are supposed to correct these things are not doing anything substantial to correct the situation. Then where the pessimism lies. All right. Then again we can ask. Let me ask. Why is it that these things are not working? These are laws on the board. Saying, okay, this percentage should be for Liberian. Why is it that those things are not right? Can we look at them? And what are we doing, as you said, to change these things? I think we should be focusing more on why these things are not working, so that we can be able to look at it in a more realistic manner and be more, I mean, yeah, really, let's really look at it. Because the issue of this oil being a curse is already on us. I can tell you that. You know, everything that we have said, everything that we have done, from the time the iron ore up to the present, we keep making the same mistake. We keep going back. What are those changes? Do you think that we can bring them down, or the civil society can do now in order to really move this thing from the negative part to the positive part? Because I'm not really optimistic that we're moving forward, or we're moving on a positive path.
But you see,
Okay, before you take that, we'll take a round of questions. Answering Vanessa's question, please throw in, how civil society can work in the issues of patronage, that even civil society is solving, because you have all these fly by night groups that just spring up every now and then. This thing for the protection of this, the other thing for the protection of that. You know, how is that problem in the civil society space also?
Yeah, I see that empowering the media to play a role over mining. So it's like we have been mining in this country a long time ago. I think right now the real issue now is a new awareness is being created over oil and gas. Now, my concern is there any way that we in civil society can do it differently? Because we have advocated as a civil concern over the years. Like for example, I remember at a certain point in time I was attached to the legislature and we spent something like 17 million, or they approved something like 17 million in a given year just on diesel fuel and say gas leaks, just 17 million. And I was wondering, could we say give 10 million and do 7 million in another sector? So during another budget period, I remember civil society petitioned the lawmakers, for example, to cut down all these things. But eventually it was passed and the status quo continued. So my question is, yes, civil society has been advocacy over the years, but the same things are happening. Is there a strategy that can be devised that we can do it differently to ensure that our advocacy will be matched by positive actions in terms of change? That's my concern.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yes, anyway, I'm somebody once more looking at the discussion, I really enjoy the interaction between the hard table. But then how the few days we've been here, we went to present us that at the current stage, Nigeria is still at the exploration stage in terms of oil. And now, given some of the arguments that you were raising there, Mr. Land and other people was subsequently passed by the CIACOP, that you have already concluded to say that Nigeria is a curse, as a resource curse nation, if I may be correct. Now, what have you presented so far, given that we have not become because I don't know whether you are only basing on a resource, let's say the mineral sector, that is the diamond, the gold, the timber, other things that the other companies have strategy. Are you just trying to use that to conclude that Liberia is a resource curse nation? Because now we have the biggest argument now is about the oil.
Let's try to take like 3 minutes each to respond to those questions. We will take Sengolo, then we'll come back. Moses, after then we'll come back to you.
Okay, thank you. I'm greatly impressed in the first place for one fact that was admitted here concerning media practitioners. You know, there's a proverb that says, sweet words are the honeycomb. They are sweet to the souls and healthy to the bones. So it's more like there's a kind of a meeting Mr. Nam made this morning concerning our role as media practitioners. I don't know whether the civil society cares also to know that we are not decision makers and we are working for the interest of some group of people and not in the interest of the ethic of journalism. Okay, but let's go to the point. I'm sorry, Mr. Johnson is gone out, but this question belongs to him. Well, he outlined some number of shortfalls on the part of the media in terms of being biased and so forth. Well, I agree that the media can be biased. We are biased in some points, but is there any suggestion or recommendation that can be made to restrict the media to its ethics and responsibility? That's my question. The second question has to do with comment by Mr. Siako, who came out to talk about how we are now reporting some sensitive issues arising from corruption, malpractices, and other things that he talked about. Good. It's something good that we should follow in investigative journalism. But then, briefly to just share some sort of experience. I was working somewhere, I came across activities at a bank, and it was so disastrous that people who are customers that went there, they were frustrated, they started to, behave unusually in a bank because of procrastination, okay? So this issue came up where the bank, operators, they came to say that, the thing is caused by a technical problem, this, that, and the customer continued to say, this thing here we experience it all of the time, and they attribute it to technical problem. Why can it be set up? We don't think it is based on a technical problem, but poor customer service. That I reported, it was published. But because of interest, this story, I received serious chastisement for it. I was seriously chastised. I was asked not to report in that sector. And major stories that I lived there in a day that should bear my balance, I was denied my intellectual right. So I want you to just be aware. Okay. So in this light, don't you think the media already seen as probably, commonly said in our setting here, probably cheche poli. They say we are gossipers. We bring issue up to cause conflict. Don't you think following all of these things to show how, this person has stolen such money, we have evidence, this person has done this, and the sentiment is arising in the public that, this person here is corrupt. Don't you think we again be accused that we are trying to fuel conflict that have gone back, or some years ago?